You may have come across one of those videos that says, "Stop watching self-improvement videos, it's ruining your life." Or maybe you are actually the one who is just tired of filling up your shelves with every new book out there, attending the seminars and workshops, and right now you feel even more stuck than ever. Well, then this video is for you because this journey is much more than books and videos and taking action. I've been there myself, and I'll be sharing with you 4 things that you may be missing or going about wrong, which is keeping you stuck. It's my desire that by the end of this video, you'll be able to get off that hamster wheel, start off on a personal growth and self-improvement journey that actually brings about the true transformation and change that you desire. The first reason why you're giving up is because you think that feeling stuck always means that you're a loser. You see, this feeling of being stuck that you experience at the beginning of your journey is not there to make you feel bad about yourself, walk around in guilt or shame. You're feeling that way because you're becoming aware of the fact that there is more to your life than you are presently experiencing. There is more to your mental, emotional, and physical health, more to your finances, relationships, and career. There is more to the spiritual aspect of you, which we often neglect. And so, this inner nudging is just a notification for you to take action in the right direction, for you to maximize those untapped potentials and begin to live with the consciousness that you matter and that you add value to the world around you. There are people whose lives are going downhill and they have no clue. And their lives will not stop going downhill just because they are ignorant. So if you're feeling stuck right now, this is not the time for you to throw in the towel and call it quits. It's the time for you to consider yourself blessed that your notification bells are still working. Imagine a car that never signals you that you're running low on gas until you hit empty. So sometimes that feeling of being stuck helps you not to wait until you hit rock bottom before you take action. It helps you not to settle in the place of comfort, the place I often call the not too sweet, not too sour place, but for you to realize that you have been called to a place of influence. Now, if you're being honest, you would admit that a lot of this awareness has been brought about by what you are consuming. I gained a lot of awareness from books, videos, mentors, coaches, and even the people around me who were on their own growth journey. Because we are transformed by the renewing of our minds, and our minds are renewed and reprogrammed by what we consume. So it's a good thing to gain awareness, even if it makes you feel stuck initially. But why then is it that we gain all this awareness, get excited, motivated, hopeful, we begin to dream, but we see no change? It's one thing to feel stuck, but it's miserable to stay stuck. This brings us to the next thing you could be missing, which is that you're probably consuming shallow content that only focuses on the external or promises you overnight success and not true transformation. Let's say you really want to overcome your self-doubt and insecurities, and all you're being told is to dress a certain way, walk and talk a certain way, create this atmosphere around you without really going deep into the root cause of your insecurities. All that outward change will not be very sustainable, especially under pressure. Sometimes we struggle to implement the things we are learning, or we start and we stop because there's no bigger why burning on the inside of us. And even if we push through till the end, we may get to that end and still feel very empty, no contentment, no fulfillment, because it was also superficial. It's like treating the symptoms and not the disease, and that's not sustainable. It's difficult for you to succeed beyond the level of your personal growth and development, because without experiencing that inner shift, it's difficult to follow through with the external change. This transformation for me happened at 2 levels. The first was at the spiritual level, where I gained salvation through Christ, and this inner change eventually began to bear fruits on the outside. Secondly, was when I gained awareness and clarity of purpose. Ever since then, I've been on this growth journey to fully live out that purpose. So please consume content that helps you grow as a person. And I'm not saying that the external does not matter. Oh, please, we want to see those external fruits, but grow from the inside out so that the fruits that you bear will not just survive another season, another storm, but you will thrive, bloom, and flourish in your everyday life, and it will bring change in the world around you. So let me ask you, based on what you are presently consuming, what kind of transformation do you think you will experience? And what will the external manifestation eventually look like? What's on your social media feed right now? What are the people you're spending most of your time with, both on and offline? You see, nowadays, I'm very careful with who I stay the longest on the phone with. Are they making or breaking me? Am I equally making or breaking them? So please watch what you're consuming, because it has the potential to reprogram your mind, and you are transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, maybe you have experienced that transformation. You just know that there is a shift. You no longer think the same way. You really just want to level up and be a better you, and you still feel stuck. Then you're probably too excited and you're consuming too much self-improvement content. Sometimes we think that by consuming more, we'll actually go faster, especially if we feel behind in life and are consumed by this fear of missing out. If you're consuming too much information faster than you can apply it, you'll feel stuck. Self-awareness without action can really make you miserable. And sometimes we don't take action long enough to see results. We jump to another and then to another. And in the long run, we don't get results, not because the product, method, strategy was not good, but because we did not use it long enough to find out. And even if you eventually get your results, you're not sure which of them actually worked for you. And so you're unable to replicate the success or maintain it. And it's not just about information overload. You may be consuming all of these things without intentionality and without direction. Good information that is irrelevant to your present season or stage of growth is a waste of time, energy, and resources. Why go crazy and get burnt out about the roof when you've not even laid down the foundation? What I now do to control my information overload, which I'll encourage you to do same, is that I create private playlists with titles that are relevant to my journey. And whenever a video pops up that I think I do need, but maybe not right away, I save it in the respective playlist, and I can always go back to it, and I can always even renew those the videos that are present in that playlist. Same goes for books. I could just keep them in my wish list, or I actually buy them, but then I'll put them in my reading plan for when I think I really want to read them or need to read them. So learn as fast as you can apply what you are learning, because awareness without action will make you miserable. And that's actually our final point. You're not taking the right action. You've gained all that awareness, excitement, motivation, but you're doing nothing. And so you are miserable. Then you run back to those sources for another high, but you do nothing and you become miserable. It just becomes this cycle that's taking you nowhere. One of the reasons for your lack of action may be fear. You are looking at the gap between where you are and where you've been called to be, and it's kind of scary. But my advice to you would be that pay more attention to the next immediate step. Yes, have that big picture in mind, but what is the next immediate step you need to take in that area of your life to push you one step closer towards your goals? And one other thing about fear is that when you run away from it, it gets bigger, but when you face it, it becomes smaller. Getting into the second quarter, there are some tough decisions I needed to make. It was scary at first, but when I made them and I saw the results, it built this confidence within me to maybe make tougher decisions in the future. So I faced that fear and it has become smaller. Or maybe you're the overthinker. What if I fail? What if I succeed and I'm unable to handle the success? You see, all these what ifs will just put you in a place of overthinking, overanalyzing, overplanning, and no action. I can't tell you how many opportunities I've missed out on in the past because of my overthinking tendencies. But things turned around for me when I started aiming for excellence while taking advantage of the grace that is made available for me and not perfection. You can always fix, adjust, make changes to something that already exists, but you cannot keep fixing an idea. So get it out of your head into the world, and you can always make it better as you gain more and more clarity. I recently shared a video on overthinking and how I overcame it. I'll link it in the description box below. You may want to watch it after this one. Your inaction may also be because you're waiting to see a clear path from beginning to end before you start. Clarity will not meet you sitting on the couch. It's in taking action that the path gets clearer. Stephanie Banks says clarity is when we begin to see without opening our eyes, which means clarity goes beyond our senses. Relying solely on your senses to determine when to take action will often lead to no action at all, because you will not always feel inspired and motivated. You will not always see the possibilities and opportunities. But when you start taking action, then you suddenly start feeling inspired and motivated. You suddenly start seeing opportunities where you did not see them before. So, to sum up this video, true transformation from within is what will bring lasting change. And we are transformed by the renewing of our minds. Our minds are influenced by what we consume. So, consume the right kind of content, avoid information overload, take action in the right direction, and please do not give up before you see results. It's my deep desire that here on this platform, we can build a community of people who are not only excited and motivated, but who are really experiencing true transformation in different areas of their lives and bringing change to the world. Remember, you've been given the ability to do certain things well. So let me ask you, what has been your experience with consuming self-development content? Please, let's continue the conversation in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next.